Senator Rennick.
Hi guys, how are you going?
Hi, Senator.
I'd just like to raise a question about superannuation and the ability, I guess, to deal with this inflection point. It was an article on the weekend in the Australian Financial Review which said that Treasury, the secret Treasury briefings reveal the future of pension savings and the fact that there may be limitations placed on the amount of money that people can withdraw from their superannuation in retirement. That concerns me greatly, first of all, because I think people, it's a free country, we should be able to access our own money when we want it. But the other issue is that we've got an increasing percentage of retirees who are actually retiring with a mortgage. So that's increased, according to the ABS, from 10% in 1992 to approximately 40% today and still increasing. So my concern is that people will be unable to access their superannuation to pay off their mortgage and then go on the pension. And ultimately, it's always a point of view here, but to me, owning your own home in retirement, if not throughout your working career, is of utmost importance. Could you perhaps comment on that article? I'm not sure if you've read it, but the briefings about dealing with this inflection point in super where withdrawals will start to exceed contributions, please?
Look, I don't disagree with anything you just said, Senator. I think it is important that people have that choice. And I agree people may want to take some of their super to retire debt, and I also agree in Mike Callaghan's review of the superannuation system, it's a little while ago now, but home ownership was a very important feature of how people's circumstances post-retirement. So I think the thing that we've engaged the government on that we've been a bit concerned about is that I suppose, to be straightforward, we've been a bit concerned that people aren't being given the choices they possibly should be around retirement products, and that the superannuation industry, maybe this is a bit unfair, has tended to focus more on accumulation than offering the services and products they need to offer people in the retirement phase.
Yeah.
So I'll just say I personally, be a matter for government for subsequent policy, but I haven't heard anything different, think we have to be very careful about any form of removing choice. It's not sort of on my list, but I do wonder, and it's an area Senator Bragg also knows very well, whether this is an area that at least some nudging is required to see people offered products.
Yeah.
Like managing, we will know this, have family, friends, managing your retirement savings, requires key decisions. It will require decisions across that latter decades of your life, and we're just really testing this hypothesis that do people feel confident to access that money they've put aside because they're of the longevity risk.
Yeah.
They're concerned about having enough money throughout their retirement. So I would give you some assurance that, at least from our perspective, it's not about taking away choice. It's more about, are people being offered enough choice?
And just the other issue I have is that once those withdrawals start to exceed contributions, we're going to have issues with the markets, because suddenly super funds are going to have to start having liquidity issues about cashing in some of their assets. So that's, that may not be till the late 30s, but, it's something that I think, I'm glad that you're looking at it, because I've always called that sooner or later this thing's going to tilt the other way.
Authorised G. Rennick People First Chermside.